Welcome everyone to an arena video. This is Andrea Mengucci. This video is sponsored to you by channelfireball.com and Ultimate God. Playing some Magic Online today with Enchantress. Enchantress is a very old deck. As you can see from Enchantress Presence and Solitary Confinement, these cards are from the Odyssey block. Or the Torment block. Is this a Torment block, I think? Onslaught block. 3-mana enchantment. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you draw a card. Same thing, the Sithis Harvest Hand, the 2-mana 1/2 legendary creature. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you gain a life and draw a card. So your deck is loaded with enchantment, as you see, Utopia Sprawl, Abundant Growth, and On Thin Ice. These are your, let's just say Abundant Growth and Utopia Sprawl are your starters. On Thin Ice is a 1-mana kind of Chain to the Rocks, where you just cantrip and you get rid of a permanent. Destiny Spinner is your win condition. For 4 mana, it turns your land into an XX, and you have loads of mana with Sanctum Weaver. Sanctum Weaver is the new Serra Sanctum, basically. It gives you a mana for every enchantment you have. Sterling Grove, it's a 2-mana enchantment that gives your other enchantment Shroud, and you can sacrifice it to put an enchantment on top of your deck, from your deck. And then you have 3 Blood Moons. Blood Moon in Modern is great. So many like decks that rely about lands, or is a Saga. This is the first I'm thinking about, but yeah. No basic lands or mountains. This deck plays mostly basics. We have 5 forests, 2 plains, 2 Temple Guard, and 1 Stomping Ground, and the rest is fetch lands. How does this deck win? Well, I told you, it's with Destiny Spinner. It's a way to just, first thing first, to lock down your opponent with Solitary Confinement, making so your opponent can't deal you damage, and then eventually you cantrip enough to sustain the confinement with Enchantress Presence and Sithis, and then eventually you kill them with Destiny Spinner. The deck also has Greater Auramancy as an additional Sterling Grove, and Banishing Light as an enchantment to interact with your opponent that you can tutor out for with Sterling Grove. You also have Elix Pinnacle. This is a 1-mana enchantment that you can use to cantrip, because often you'll have Enchantress Presence or Sithis around, and you can also win the game with this, in case there's like, I don't know, in case there's like an Asnarian Bridge, and you've already used your Banishing Light, you can win the game with Elix Pinnacle, since it's not that hard to load up 100 mana with this deck. If you have like a couple of Sanctum Weaver going, maybe 3, in 2 turns, you'll do it, probably, if the game goes long. This deck makes a lot of mana. Buongiornissimo, Luca. In the sideboard, there's a lot of annoying enchantment, starting with Authority of the Consuls, a couple of Rest in Peace, a couple of Stone Silence, Suppression Field, which is going to be good against the food deck. Look at that. Activate abilities cost 2 more to activate, even the fetch lands. A couple of Land of Sanctity, Sigil of Empty Throne. This is a... I don't exactly know when you're supposed to bring in this, but yeah, whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you make a 4/4. Angel. Flame Blitz, this is a new one too. It deals 5 damage to every Planeswalker every end step. Seal of Primordium, a couple of Will of Summer, a Wheel of Sun and Moon. This is like Rest in Peace, but it is slightly different in the sense that it works well against Thassa's Oracle too. Because, yeah, Thassa's Oracle, let's say they have to like do something like Spoils of the Vault and Unjust Grace. Well, this... well, actually, that's not really how it works. Right? No, never mind. It doesn't. It's just another Rest in Peace. I was thinking more of the like Doomsday combo, but yeah, the legacy, the modern Thassa's Oracle decks, they win after decking with Spoils of the Vault or Nauseam, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Anyway, and there's a classic co-select. People always ask me why there's a co-select Mangu. For the Mill matchup, it might not feel like Mill is a big deal, but I do play against Mill once in a while. I want to say I've played it against it 3 or 4 times since I've started playing Modern, 3 weeks ago, and I've never lost to it. But I always have 1 co-select in my sideboard, which also one of the reasons why I've never lost to it, of course. Well, I'm pretty excited to try this deck out. Yeah, let's get to a league with this. Perfect hand. Wow, 2 Utopia Sprawl. Nice. I was wondering whether I should have enchanted my dual lands, because Utopia Sprawl says Enchant Forest. So if your dual land forest becomes a mountain, then it's awkward. But yeah. I think so, Jake. Yeah, I think it falls off. Alright, my opponent's playing Watery Grave, but they aren't playing with... Yeah, they aren't playing with Shockland themselves, so it's not Death Shadow. Buongiorno, Stefano. Alright, let's just... I want to just go Sanctum Weaver. Maybe Destiny Spinner. I'm gonna go Sanctum Weaver top land here. The reason why I don't want to cast Utopia Sprawl is that this is just a cheap enchantment that I'm happy to play after I have an Enchantress Presence or a Sithith, which I don't have currently. Oh wow, they're remanded. Cool. I don't want to show them that I have Stomping Ground. Now I think I want to go actually on top land Utopia Sprawl on this. This way, next turn I can go Destiny Spinner, Blood Moon. And that will be backbreaking, I think. I'm just going to name green. Yeah, I want to go Destiny Spinner, Blood Moon. Remember, Destiny Spinner says, creatures enchantment you control can't be countered. Next turn I have 5 mana. Just pretend that every Utopia Sprawl is a land. And I put it on my forest. Sure, there's like Ghost Quarter. No Inquisition of Kozilek can get rid of my Blood Moon. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, I was so ready to just kill them here. Alright. Okay, can't kill them. Let's go Wounded Growth, draw a card. I need to draw my Enchantress here, come on. Where are you? Solitary Confinement, not good at all. That's 3 mana. This will be the 4th one. And I'll go Destiny Spinner, and then I'll go Sanctum Weaver. Yeah, that's the good thing with Blood Moon decks. They can just play Blood Moon and, like, even a deck that has a basic island and basic swamp in their deck, if they didn't expect it, they're gonna just lose to it. So sometimes Blood Moon has this, like, surprise effect that you're like, ooh, hello? Alright, I'll go Fatal Push on my Destiny Spinner. And leave me with, like, I say infinite, it's obviously it's not infinite, but, like, lots of mana. Alright, how do they Serum Vision? Top, bottom. Alright, can I draw something good, please? Alright, gonna keep this Verdant in my hand. I have Solitary Confinement. Sure. I mean, definitely not ideal, the fact that I don't have anything going on. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about it. Alright, that's the Enchantress Presence. This is going to be the card that I need to protect. I'll pass here. I don't want to put his mana up. I don't want to just cast the thing into the Archer's Major Charm. Yeah, there it is. This card's so good. This card's so good. Yeah, sometimes it's just win games when your Blood Moon drops. As easy as that. Oh, opponents must be playing Inverter of Truth, I think. I think they're playing that deck, Inverter of Truth. Now, they milled me for 2. No, there was a Cephas on top. This would have been so good. Alright. Come on, let's run Enchantment, shall we? Enchantment? Sterling Grove, okay. Now, let's go. I'll tap this, and I'll play Enchantress Presence. This one adds X color of any one color. It's not. It's like Black Lotus. It's not any combination. Or let's say combination. What does something nice says? And opponent control. So you can cast this for free. Well, how much mana do I have, actually? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can play Sterling Grove. I can put something on top. What do I want to put on top of my deck? I can put a Vanishing Light on top of my deck. What else? Let me check. I can put a Blood Moon. Because I can draw it immediately with this Anti-Nice. If I want to Blood Moon my opponent here, they can have Force of Negation by the way they played, but I don't think I can play around that. So yeah, how about I go Sterling Grove, draw card, then I sacrifice it, I put Blood Moon on top, and then I play Anti-Nice, empty. Remember, this is an opponent control, so you can just cast it for nothing, just to draw the Blood Moon and cast Blood Moon. And then my opponent, I think, is gonna be a little bit stuck. I obviously can just get Banishing Light too, but I don't think that's going to be that good. Or I can get Destiny Spinner. Huh. I can get Destiny Spinner. I don't know if I have that much mana though. Because Sterling Grove, it's me 4 mana, because I can go Sterling Grove, 1 mana to sacrifice it, 1 mana to draw a card. So I need actually 10 mana to go Sterling Grove, sacrifice it, on Thin Ice, Destiny Spinner. So I need 10 mana. How much mana do I have? Let's repeat. I go land drop here. So I'll have 3 lands plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I don't have enough mana. I don't think I have enough mana. No. Okay, let's just do... I just fetch for a forest. I guess I should have played this land earlier. I was thinking about just... I don't know what I was thinking about. But yeah, alright, I learned a lesson. In this deck, you want to make your land drop, because you can just go Enchantress Presence and go off in 1 turn, and you need to miss a land drop. You don't need to miss... And you can't afford to miss a land drop. Alright, let's go Sterling Grove, draw a card. I'll auto-yield this. Yeah, now I could have made a land drop. Yeah, that was a mistake, but okay. Now, let's tap this for white. I'll sacrifice Sterling Grove. I'll put on top Blood Moon. I'll play on Thin Ice. Draw the Blood Moon. Nothing happens. I'll play the Blood Moon. Draw another Blood Moon. And now every land is a mountain, and I'll pass the turn. Okay. Gonna do it in the first negation. So now they have Jace Wielder of Mysteries. If they want to win with Inverter, they need double black. They mill themselves this time. Yeah, I also have enchantment creatures, yeah. And they go to discard. Alright, keep on drawing mountains, that's fine. I'll begin by just playing a Blood Moon here. Draw a card. I don't want to play Solitary Confinement though. This card is a beat. You miss your draw step, you have to discard a card. You can't play Solitary Confinement that freely. Right, let's just go Abundant Growth. Draw 2 cards. Okay, Greater Avramancy. What's the emblem of this? Draw 7 cards. Okay. I have 1 Banishing Light in my deck. Yeah. And I just can't really cast a Solitary Confinement, as I said. You miss your draw. I guess you can sacrifice this. You can sacrifice this. Alright. Let's cast it. Do I want to add green? Maybe. Yeah. I'll just cast this, and then I'll discard a card. Alright. And I've finished. So, yeah. There's gonna be a lot of games like this, where my opponent's locked down with Blood Moon, and I don't really win, because I have to find the thing. Alright, yeah, I'm playing against the Inverter of Truth, as you see. They have Tassa's Inverter of Truth. Jace is on 7, so I need to draw my Sterling Grove to put on top. So here, I'm gonna say... discard a card, or I'll sacrifice this, so I won't miss my draw step. So I draw. It's a land. Yeah, I'm just casting this Solitary Confinement again. Okay. Cast another Spike Weaver. Sorry, Sanctum Weaver. Kind of weird that I only have 1 Enchantress Presence, but whatever. Yeah, I'm just casting on Thin Ice. Doesn't matter. Okay, and yep, once again, I have nothing going on, so I just play a land and pass. Jace can emblem next turn. The cards are very tiny. The cards are very tiny. Our opponent has 29 cards in the deck. They only have 1 island. Oh, yeah. I have 28 cards in my deck. I'm looking for Banishing Light. Sorcery Confinement, discard a card. No, I need to miss my. I need to hit my land. I need to meet Echo me. That's a Sterling Grove. So let's cast Sterling Grove first. Draw a card. Hoping that I could draw. Nice. It's a Sterling Grove. Okay. What do I want to do with this? Well, let's sacrifice this and put on top a Banishing Light or a Destiny Spinner. What's better? I guess I'm putting on top a Destiny Spinner. This just kills my opponent. I have so much mana. So let's go green, white. Let's play Sterling Grove. Alright, I conceded. Couldn't really deal with Destiny Spinner. Alright, Yuri Grande wins. Alright, what was the receipt for the victory here? Simply, Blood Moon. My opponent discarded one with Inquisition, but thanks to Sterling Grove, we could sacrifice the other one to get a second Blood Moon. And from there, we kind of stabilized under the lock, and we managed to escape the lock by drawing so many cards thanks to Enchantress presence. Alright, so if you wonder how does this deck win, it's with Destiny Spinner activating your land. Every land becomes very large. We had so much mana that turn because we had 2 Sanctum Weaver in play, okay? Alright, so I'm playing against blue-black, meaning that Veil of Summer would be good. Rest in Peace. I don't think Rest in Peace is good because it just helps them killing me with Inverter. Oh yeah, we also have Alex Pinnacle. Flame Blitz. At the beginning of your end step, deals 5 damage to... Yeah. I mean, opponent probably plays like 4 J's, so it can't be that bad. Leyline of Sanctity, I don't think this is good. Yeah, I was going to tell you about Wheel of Sun and Moon. Let's read this card again. If a player would be... If a card would be put into enchanted player's graveyard from anywhere, instead, put a card at the bottom. Yeah, this is the same as Rest in Peace, right? It's just actually the same in this matchup. Thassa's Oracle? I'm trying to figure out if, like, Thassa's Oracle has something to do, but, like, I don't think so. Like, again, if you play Legacy or Vintage, the Thassa's Oracle deck wins with Doomsday, so maybe this card might actually disrupt them, but I don't think this matchup is that one. Spring Industry, I think I'm just cutting the Solitary Confinement. Opponent won't be interested in attacking us at all. So, yeah. I think everything else looks strong. Let's just go with this. Actually, On Thin Ice might also be bad. Maybe I'm bringing in the Leyline. My opponent must have Thoughtseize and Inquisitions. The one Sigil of the Empty Throne. Maybe. But one Wheel of Sun and Moon. Maybe. Let's go with this. Hello, Loot B. Hello, everybody. Okay. Nice. Three of the few cyber cards I sideboarded in. Love to see it. Alright, the line of Sanctity is in play. Now we have X-Proof. What does that mean? They can't Thoughtseize you. You also have Veil of Summer, just in case. And that's this Spinner. Opponent, we don't want them to interact with us. Alright, great draw with Utopia Sprawl. Let's grab a forest. And play... Oh, we can get Milled Eater. That's true. Let's play Utopia Sprawl. Naming white. Utopia Sprawl is this common. It's like... That worth actually a lot of money for being a common. Online it's like 4 ticks each. And I think in paper it's also quite kind of expensive. It's in my Pauper Cube. Alright. I'll set up the trap here. I'll go Forest, Destiny Spinner. My opponent will, I don't know, either counter or kill this, and we have Veil of Summer. Unless they can't kill it, because we have... Alright. Do I want to do something? I don't think so. I think that's fine. We could play Veil of Summer, but they still draw a card. Like, it's not a big deal. Well, yeah, it's 13 euro paper? That's crazy. No, it's 5-6. Yeah, I assume so. Okay. It's not that because you have a Veil of Summer or you cast Veil of Summer, you know what I mean? Sterling Grove, that's good. Ooh, huge raid from Caleb. Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're playing Enchantress today. And I want to thank you so much, Caleb, for all the support. Modern to modern. What did you play? What did you play? That's good. All right, we have my Veil of Summer to protect my Destiny Spinner. We're up a game with Enchantress. First league that I'm playing with this deck. All right, looks like Destiny Spinner sticks. And I'm going to pass, just protect my spinner with Veil of Summer. You played Elemental, Esper Control, Band Blink. I love Blink. I love Band Blink. I don't think I've played it in Modern yet, but it's one of my favorite archetypes in the Pauper Cube. So yeah, we have a spinner. Wow, they don't play anything black. If it's not countered, they don't draw a card? You think so? I don't agree. Maybe. Alright, they tap 2. What do they do? Love this deck. It's my first time playing this deck. I played against it yesterday. Ooh, they played Jace. Huh. That's weird. I have Destiny Spinner. I'm gonna kill your Jace next turn. Okay. Let's see if they target me. Oh, wow, they didn't target? Oh, I have X-Proof. Wait, what? Why didn't you target yourself, opponent? Alright. I also forgot to fetch end of turn. I was surprised, and I lost. Anyway, what am I doing here? Does this untap the land? Target land you control becomes an XX elemental. Nope. Alright, I'll go ahead and get a Stomping Ground. I was supposed to get it end of turn, but it didn't happen. Anyway. Now I have 4 mana, so I'm going to play... Let me reread this counter. Target land becomes an XX with trample and haste until the end of the turn, where X is the number of enchantments you control. So, it doesn't untap it. I've read this card 7 times at this point. It does not untap it. Okay, good. I'll just go Prism. It gives it haste. Trample and haste. Good. I'll go Prismatic Vista. I'll pay for... I'll turn my Vista into a 3/3. And then I'll attack the Jace. Jace would have still died, although my opponent lost a card in the process. Alright. And now my Veil of Summer isn't up, but I don't think it's a big deal. Yeah, maybe opponent thought that it couldn't target me, so they just lost it, but I don't know. Inverter of Truth. Okay, wow. Oh, wow. Huh. Now they play this card, which... Oh, maybe they actually wanted me to kill it. They actually wanted me to kill it. Okay. Okay, you have Remand, Polluted Delta, and Jace in your deck. Let me pull up the chat and write it down. So you have Jace, Delta, Remand. Okay. Now, I suspect we got huge brained. That's fine. That's fine. We have Sterling Grove. Maybe. I don't even know if it's fine. Anyway, I'll take my turn. Sanctum Weaver. Nice. Now, I'll play Wheel of Sun and Moon. Actually, let me fetch first, and then I'll play Wheel of Sun and Moon. I'll play Wheel of Sun and Moon. Oh, I have to choose a player. I thought it was both. Alright, I'll enchant you. Actually, no, that's fine. Then I'll play Sterling Grove. And then I'll play Sterling Grove. And then I kind of want to play Sanctum Weaver. Yeah, I think it's important. Like, again, my Veil of Summer will be shut off. But I feel like my opponent is pressuring me to do something. Yeah, but Jace is random. It could be the 3rd card from the top. It's random. Right? You shuffle. Now, if they put a card at the bottom of in their graveyard, it goes to the bottom. If they play Tassa's Oracle, I lose. But I couldn't really do much about it. Now, in the upkeep, I can sacrifice Sterling Grove and get something. I don't even know what can I get, but... I can get a Blood Moon and they can't cast Jace. That's my plan. Oh, they can also attack me twice. That is true. I have to do something here. I can also just attack them. How many? Oh, I think I boarded out all the on thin ices. I boarded out all on thin ice and all solitary confinement. I didn't expect the inverter beatdown plan. But yeah, how big are my creatures? They're 6/6. So I have 6 mana, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can only attack once, but I own 7. So I'm going to just play a Blood Moon first here with Sterling Grove. So I'll land a Blood Moon. Oh yeah, sorry. For some reason I thought the ability cost 6. It costs 4. So I can make 2. I can make 2 6/6s. So I can attack for 14 this turn. Alright, whatever. Let's play Blood Moon first. So I'll shut off the Jace the Mind Sculptor from my opponent. Okay? And then I'll attack for 7 this turn to go to 11. The next turn I can kill them. Yeah, that's my plan. So let's craft this Sterling Grove and put the Blood Moon on top of my deck here. Let me see if there's anything better, but I don't think so. Flame Blitz. No, this doesn't do it. Yeah, let's just take Blood Moon. I draw a card. And that's a Blood Moon. Yeah, it effectively costs 5 since you need a land to attack. That's true. Now, my opponent has 5 cards in hand. Their deck is probably Jace and either Delta or Remand. They could have Remand, but we have this Veil of Summer. Now I don't care if they draw a card with Remand. Actually, it's better if they draw a card with... Nah, they can't really get decked because they have Wheel of Sun and Moon. Funny. Alright, I'm just playing Blood Moon now. Sanctum with Grove out. You have to sacrifice the Grove in upkeep. Alright, wow, Blood Moon resolved here. Now, I'm adding green, and I'll activate... This doesn't matter which land I activate, right? Yeah. So I'm activating this forest. It's uncounterable, right? No? Oh, because of Destiny Spinner. It is uncounterable. Creature and enchantments. Sorry. Alright, let's attack for 8. My Veil of Summer is still up. That one isn't uncounterable. They can have a Fatal Push. Oh, wow, they concede the game. Blood Moon wins again. We won 2 games in a row with Blood Moon, by the way, chat. Game 1 and Game 2 were won with Blood Moon. My opponent had Jace Wielder of Mysteries in their deck. Thankfully, they didn't draw it. Remember, they had 3 cards in their deck that were shuffled at random. Alright, good game. Good game. Okay, so we won the first match. It was already a task, I have to say. Yeah, Blood Moon is too strong. I mean, when you're splashing a card... Sorry, when you're splashing a color for 1 card, that means that that card is pretty strong. Alright, we have Utopia Sprawl. And, I mean, hand's not particularly great, but whatever. I'm keeping this hand. Specializing in entertainment? Yeah, that's... So, as I said, 2 days ago, I recorded a video for Channel Fireball with, like, this wild deck. He had, like, Prussian Dreadnought, Emrakul, Show and Tell, Abyss Reclaimer. It was incredible. You'll get to see it today or tomorrow on the YouTube channel of Channel Fireball. And I make some basic mistakes because I just don't know the interaction of my deck. And you know, maybe that's what happens when you just so yeah, that was funny. That was funny. Oh yeah, we definitely have to check out the spoilers of we definitely have to check out the spoilers of the D&D formats. Alright, Doctor of Time, let's go. Opponents on the play. This is an awkward hand. It is, but I'm not mulliganing a hand like this. Alright, the Missing Rainforest pass. Enchantress Presence. Now, do I want to go turn 1 Utopia Sprawl? I think so. I mean, Blood Moon is gonna be bad because Utopia Sprawl will fall off, but I think it's fine. I think I can live with that. Enchantress Presence, by the way, was an amazing draw. Having cards like this is why your deck functions. Oh, wow. Creator of Mystery. So I'm playing against Living End. Playing against Living End here. I'll just play Enchantress Presence. I think this is where everything starts. Just play this first, as soon as possible. And, why Banishing Light over Oblivion Ring? I think the cards are very similar. They're very similar. I believe that by Oblivion Ring, you can respond to this trigger on the stack and exile the card forever. I don't know, actually, the real thing. I don't know the real thing. Alright, my opponent has cycled twice. And again, the deck lists I play on stream are usually in that deck from like some major event. This was taken from the Inside Esport Top 4 from Erickson. I think his surname was Borabo. Erickson Borabo. Usually has the best art. Our opponent's reanimating their team, so they will have their creature down. So this is a turn 3 14 power from my opponent with Leaving End. 14 power. It's not the end. Let's play this out. Let's play this out, shall we? I'm certainly going. I have 4 mana at my disposal. I can go Utopia Sprawl to begin. I can go Utopia Sprawl, Sanctum Weaver, top land. Opponent attacks me for 14. I go to 4. The opponent cascaded into Leading End. Yes, I have to shock myself with this Temple Garden here. I will do that. So I'll begin with an Utopia Sprawl on this Temple Garden. Draw card. Yeah, Violent Outburst can get us. Yeah. That's true. I get Brain Mana. I have 4 mana at my disposal. I'm going to play Sanctum Weaver first, and then a second Sanctum Weaver. Ooh, Sterling Grove. I just keep on playing Sanctum Weaver, though. Oh, wow, they go subtly. So they put my card on top of the deck. Okay. I guess I'll bottom this now. I guess I'll bottom the Sanctum Weaver now. Just have another one. And now I'll take 12 and pass the turn. I'll take 14 for my attack, for my opponent's attack. And again, if they have Violent Outburst, they can pump their team and I die. But if they don't, I have another turn and then I can put them under my confinement. Let's see what they do. They cast the cycle, sure. I mean, I'm assuming that now my opponent... I mean, of course, I can have, like, again, Brazen Bar to bounce my confinement or force a negation. But next turn, I can go Sterling Grove confinement, and then they can't really interact with my things, and, you know, hopefully I'll win. Hopefully they lock down, and eventually I win. Yep, so I'm taking everything. Again, I hope you don't have Violent Outburst. If you have it, I lose. Oh, wow, looks like they have it. Ah, they have it. Okay, good game. Good game. Yep, good game. I could have chum blocked, but I wanted to. I think I needed a lot of mana because it's not that you play those that you win. Okay, you need to play those that you need to sustain it. You need to play like enchantments to draw because read this card. This card is so demanding. It says keep your draw step and you have to discard a card in return. So yes, I should have chum blocked to play around it. I go to 1, but then like I untap with only 6 mana. I cast fewer enchantments. It might be possible that I chum block and I win. I just thought that it wasn't the best. But don't get me wrong, could have been. All right, now let's bring in Rest in Peace. Let's bring in Wheel of Sun and Moon. Bit of Summer once again will come in. That's it. What do we sideboard out? I think I'm taking out Blood Moons in this matchup. The Blood Moon in this matchup doesn't seem ideal. Maybe it's still good. Maybe on Thin Ice once again it goes out. Vanishing Light doesn't seem great either. Leyline does something? Not really. Suppression field for cycling. Is that how it works? Huh, that's true. Yeah, but suppression field also stops all our fetch lands. Do we want that? I don't think this is the matchup for suppression field. You think Anti-Ice is bad? Well, Anti-Ice might be bad, but Anti-Ice cantrips for 1 mana, which is important for this deck. Because you have Sithis and you have Enchantress Presence. I think I might leave in 1 Blood Moon just in case. You like Suppression Field. Alright, it's a fun card. Let's bring it in. I'm leaving 1 on Thin Ice just in case. Actually, let's leave in Banishing Light just in case. Alright, let's go with this configuration. Alright, I'm on the play. Yes, thanks. Ooh, we have the Rest in Peace. Please don't have an interaction, I guess. Alright. Do I want to play Abundant Growth turn 1? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I want to keep Abundant Growth for after Sithis. So I just draw an additional card. It's not really mana ramp. I don't think I need to play it on turn 1, the Abundant Growth. Alright, they go Island. And now I have to hope they don't have Force of Negation. They certainly can't have Spell Pierce or stuff like that. And I do this because they might have Grief, so I want to just cast this as soon as possible before they can't Grief. Alright, do you have Force of Negation? They do, unfortunately. They pitched subtly. Okay. Alright, Burning Pool untapped, so they want to cycle now. If you want to check my deck list, it is on the side here. Okay, now, what am I doing? I can go Sithis Abundant Growth. I think it's a good play. Or exclamation mark deck to find the deck list. But without you needing to click anything, it should be on the on the screen. Alright, now I drew 2 cards and pass. Sithis Harvest's End. Basically an Argotan Enchantress, but without cycling. Sorry, without X-Proof. Or rather, Shroud. Yeah. So it was important here not to cast this on turn 1. If you cast this on turn 1, you just miss a card, you know? Oh wow, Foundation Breaker. Very good. It's gonna kill my Sithis. That's fine. Sithis is legendary, so... Nice, another very good card there. I am going to play Enchantress Presence. They have Force of Negation. If they don't have it, I can go Abundant Growth. Oh wow, they have another Force of Negation. Impressive. So they have 2 cards in end. Wow, opponent disrupted me so much. They went double Force of Negation and Disenchant. Huh, such a good deck. Abundant Growth and pass the turn. Just cantrip now. Because I don't have the draw spell anymore. Ooh, Will and Sun and Moon. Although this one doesn't act like a Rest in Peace. I wonder why there is Will of Sun and Moon and you just don't have multiple Rest in Peace. Anyway. I will play Abundant Growth. Sorry, Will of Sun and Moon first. Target you. And then how many creatures you have in your graveyard? You have 4 creatures. Oh, it's such a shame. If they go Leaving End, they even like Foundation Breaker me. Yeah, but it's so hard to cast Destiny Spinner because they can go Leaving End and they kill it, so. Yeah, I think my opponent just disrupted me so well. Even countering this Enchantress Presence was very smart by them. I mean, I can't cast a Sanctum Weaver, but I smell Violent Outburst. And if they don't have it, sure, I can wait a turn. I have not really much to do with my lands anyway, so. It's for mill. You have just already Kozilek for mill. I don't think you need also Will of Sun and Moon. Like, drawing this instead of... I guess it wouldn't have mattered much. They just cast Leaving End in response to it. Yeah. Okay. So that goes to the bottom. It doesn't matter, of course. But... Alright, how much damage do you have? 7 plus 8, 15. Okay. I got a 5. And now I have to draw... Now I have to draw an Enchantress so that I can sustain my solitary confinement. Otherwise, it's over. I'll thin my deck. Yeah. It's over because, like, again, I don't know if you saw this card, but it says skip your draw step. So there's no way for me to survive with it. So yeah, that's a good game. Opponent played very well. They drew very well. Their deck is strong. Good game. Soundly defeat here. Doctor of Time wins the match. Alright. I'm keeping this in. Opponent's playing Gahira, the open guard. I don't think it has much to do with COVID, really. COVID happened last year. Modern Master came out this... By it happened the last year, I mean started last year. It just... The Modern Horizons 2 is a great format. It put to the format like 20 new decks. Revitalized old archetypes. My opponent is playing elementals, you know? I'm playing Enchantress. Our opponent put in top Reasonry. Good to know. No, I'm not on thin. Alright, finally I have a match where on thin ice is good. Alright, I'll go Utopia Sprawl. Naming white. So that I can go Sithis on thin ice. Yeah, Delver of Secrets is not particularly good in Modern. There is an Italian very good player, Mattia Rizzi, who made the final of the Modern Challenge last weekend with Blue-Red Delver, but without Delver. Delverless Delver. Definitely check him out on Twitter if you want to see that list. Alright, go Voice of Resurgence. I don't think I care about that. I try to keep on thin ice for Reason Reeve. Voice of Resurgence is just a 2-2. Yeah, I'm going Sithis Elix Pinnacle here. Elix Pinnacle, you know, just 1 mana cantrip and then chills. So let's do that. This is white, right? Okay, so I'm going Misty Rainforest, pick up a forest. I'll go Sithis the Harvest Stand, and I'll go Elix Pinnacle, draw a card. Wow. Gaining a life too on top of it. This card is really good. Sithis the Harvest Stand. It even has power. It's a 1-2, so we can block the Harbinger here. So Helix is a way to win the game if your opponent stops your combat. For example, they have like Ensnaring Bridge, or I don't know, a Pithing Needle on your Destiny Spinner. Then you can win the game with Elix Pinnacle. This is much less invasive than an Emrakul, because you can just cast it. Alright, so they go Reason Reef, that they tutored up with the Harbinger. What do they reveal? Or they just put a card in hand. They don't have to reveal it. Okay, Enchantress Presence. Okay, perfect. I'm going Plains. Then I'll cast Enchantress Presence, draw a card, gain a life. Yeah, I mean, what I'm doing right now is just so good. Every time I cast an enchantment, I draw 2 cards, gain a life. It's gonna be hard for my opponent to deal with. I'll go on Thin Ice. And I'll exile your Reason Reef here. Yeah, you can play Emrakul in the main. I'm not really an Emrakul type of guy in the main. If you can win without playing invasive win conditions, I prefer doing that. Emrakul is definitely an invasive win condition. What's the win condition? It's Destiny Spinner. You win with this card. Okay, they play Omnath, Locus of Creation. Strong. The fact that this card is gaining us life, it's a great bonus. It's a really great bonus. And now I can easily just sustain the confinement here. Alright, let's begin with a Sterling Grove, since I want to give every enchantment I have Shroud. And then do I want to just go Confinement? Or maybe I just cast a couple of Sanctum Weaver. Opponent, what can they do? Can they do anything unfair? Can they win the game next turn? I don't know, but maybe. So I'm just playing Confinement here. Again, I can easily sustain it, so it's not a problem for me. I'm actually going to discard this turn. Going to discard, it's wild. Opponent conceded the game. Woo! Look how strong is this deck. I mean, I just want to repeat what happened in this game. We went. I mean, obviously we drew insanely well this game, and the opponent didn't disrupt us, and our solitary match is so good. But we went turn 1 Utopia Sprawl, turn 2 Cities on Thin Ice, turn 3 Enchantress Presence, whatever, and then Confinement with 8 cards in it. It's just so good. Good morning, Legacy Council. Yeah, I do think Enchantress is a real deck. I've played against this deck a couple of times. The time I won, I just needed like 2 explosives, a Force of Vigor, and all the things. And the other time, I just lost it so soundly. The deck definitely performed well when I played against it. Alright, now, what do we want to sideboard? Play against Elementals. They play Omnath, so Blood Moon must be good. But I don't think I want to sideboard anything against them. Yeah, let's just roll the deck back. Can you play more Enchantress? There's only those 8. All the Enchantress Presence and Sithis. Argothian Enchantress isn't legal in Modern. Argothian Enchantress. 2 mana 0/1 Shroud. Alright, hand solid. Let's keep it. How diverse is Modern? It's, I want to say, impossible to play against the same deck twice in a league. It's just straight up impossible. I've played so many leagues that I don't think it ever happened that I played against the same deck twice in a league. Alright, let's go Abundant Growth. I'm actually missing the third land to cast my Enchantress Presence. Alright, 4 of a kind. I needed this earlier against Livingen. I have the comment chat. If in the future you see a question about Kozilek, you do exclamation mark Kozilek and boom. That's the comment. Alright, opponent with 4 color on turn 2. And they play Unsettled Mariner. Now, this is an elemental that says whenever you are permanent you control becomes target. Okay, sure. I'm not really targeting you much. I guess I do. Alright. Utopia Sprawl. Great draw. Great draw. Let's go another forest. Utopia Sprawl here. I'll say white. And then I can play on Thin Ice on this thing if I want to, because I can pay to 1. But I think I just want to land a Greater Auramancy. If they have like Force of Vigor, they can target 2 things. Oh yeah, there's Eidolon of Blossoms. Yeah. Yeah, Legacy Council, this deck has been great so far. I hope you can enjoy it. Do they go Reason Reef? They do. This is their key card. Reason Reef. They draw a card. Alright, lucky. What's my win con? Destiny Spinner. Draw. Missing a land drop. Not ideal, but that's fine. I'll go on Thin Ice here, I think. Remember, it costs 2, because Unsettled Mariner. Let's go on Thin Ice. Oh, Mez Enchantress. That's true. Actually, a lot of Enchantress. Okay, I only have 1 mana, so I have to pass. I'm not fast enough, but again, you can't let them have Reason Reef in this deck. Every right aggro is playing Ragavan? That's not true. He's a Prowess doesn't play Ragavan. Red-black Prowess doesn't play Ragavan. Alright. Blink Bean Arbinger, what do you put on top? Foundation Breaker. Oof! That's good. That's good. Actually, is it good? I have Greater Auramancy. Alright, please draw Sterling Grove. Sithis. That's fine. I'll just go for an Enchantress Presence pass. So now, with their Foundation Breaker, they can only get rid of the Greater Auramancy. They can't touch my On Thin Ice. Unless they kill the Greater Auramancy now. What do you do? Endurance. Okay. Just a 3/4 flash. They attack me for 6 down to 8. They can play the Foundation Breaker. Hopefully they don't have like a blink effect. If they do, it's devastating. If they go like Ephemerate, so it's devastating. Please don't go Ephemerate. Actually, oh yeah, they have to resolve this ability and now Ephemerate. They can kill on Thin Ice. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Opponent has done a big value there with this play. Very cool. Very cool. Did you see I didn't see the new card, Alberto. After this league, I think this league is cool enough. I want to record it for Channel Fireball. So after this league, I will check all the spoilers from D&D. I haven't tried Replenish. I don't know. I don't think it's particularly great. Yeah, this game is over. I don't even have lands to do anything, and I'm dead next turn. If I draw land, I can Banishing Light something, but alright, good game. Let's go game 3. I'll be on the play. Hopefully I can draw like game 1. My draws game 1 were so good. I don't think I have any other protection. Veil of Summer doesn't do anything. Honestly, yeah, I don't have a sideboard for this matchup. Let's just submit the same deck again. Alright. As Murano Urza, yes. You can always check my VODs at twitch.tv/Mengucci/videos. Or you can check my YouTube channel. I did play some Osmo Urza yesterday as well. Alright, how does this hand look like? Pretty terrible. Alright, it's much better. Keep. We'll do a bottom. Probably just a forest. Yep. This is so I can get Blood Moon. Actually, did I board out all my Blood Moons? None of them Blood Moons. This is with Temple Garden tapped. Yorko. Solitary Confinement. What a card. Alright, they go Cavern of Souls. I don't even know if they play Bio. Oh wow, they just pass. Okay, cool. I'll untap, draw, and I'll play Cephas the Harvest Hand. You want to play your Enchantress first. Then you can combo. You can't combo, you can just draw a lot of cards. Alright, please don't kill my Cephas. Please don't go Foundation Breaker. Just let me have my engine. Alright, great. Voice of Resurgence. Great sight to see a Voice of Resurgence. Okay. Draw. Blood Moon. How about we go Blood Moon here? I think it's good. Draw a card. Opponent's playing 4 Color in their deck. Blood Moon. The moon is red. Draw a card, gain a life. Not sure they can go Force of Vigor, they can go Foundation Breaker, they can have things. It's just that I feel like this will also stop my opponent from oh wow, the basic island. Crazy. Crazy a basic island in a 4-color deck. Alright. I mean basic island from hand, not basic island from the deck. Okay, so they picked up a card from there. Oh wow, they go subtly. Ooh, that's powerful. That's powerful. What did you pitch? Oh no, sorry, Solitude. Okay, pitch another Solitude. Very powerful for my opponent. This is a 3 colors. This is red. Wound Growth. Yeah, exactly. Blood Moon counter. Like the Sanctum Weaver, and I guess I will play a land. I want to keep these cards in hand because I need to draw an Enchantress. Again, I can't deploy the Solitary Confinement until I have an Enchantress at least. You say growth is bugged with Blood Moon. What do you mean? I don't think it was. I think he added a Recolor of Mana. Alright, you play Foundation Breaker. Yes, very good. What do you kill? You kill those... Wow, they killed the Sanctum Weaver. They don't care about Blood Moon. Cool. And they trigger Reason Reef. Man, Reason Reef is so good in their deck. Alright, come on, Enchantress. Enchantress. It's not looking good. I'm not playing X Pinnacle. Alex Pinnacle doesn't matter. Yep. Unfortunately, once again, what happened to this deck, and you know why you might say that it's not very good, is that your opponent dealt with your Enchantress, and you just don't do anything. That's it. You know, we could play Island of Blossoms to have more. That's true. We can play Island of Blossoms to have more, for sure. Yeah, I guess I'm not giving up. But it probably put on top another Foundation Breaker here. Let's see what it put on top. Yeah. All right. Good game. Good game. Not going great, but still. I think this is cool enough. All right. I'll be back for round number 4. I have to go to the bathroom, so I'll take a quick bathroom break. I come back and we finish this league. All right, chat? See you guys in 1 minute. On the play for round number 4. This hand is so good if I draw land. And if 2 draw steps. Do we keep this hand? Is that what? No, I think I'm gonna. Alright. We're gonna turn 2 Blood Moon with this hand. For what matchup is Sigil? Guessing like the grinder matchups, you want to bring this in for like having an extra. Alright, so we keep this hand. I have to bottom a card here. I don't want to bottom Blood Moon because I want to go turn 2 Blood Moon here through a Discard spell. Okay. So I can bottom either Unthin Ice or Sterling Grove. I think it'll be Sterling Grove here. Alright. And now I go Windswept Thief, get Forest, Utopia Sprawl, name a red. Forest. And now we name red with this. Okay. Alright, Blooming Marsh. Pass. Okay. I guess I was supposed to play Prismatic Vista. Whatever. I just clicked the planes. I was just already clicking the planes. I didn't even think about the fact that I could draw a fetch land. Alright, anyway. Oh, they got their Forest. And they play Tarmogoyf. Okay. Sanctum Weaver. I think I will ignore Tarmogoyf for now. If there was like a better creature than Tar, this is just a 1/2. I can even block it with Sanctum Weaver. Oh wow, even the basic swamp. Come on. And birds? Ah. I'll keep you with birds. I don't know, if you have a third color, good for you. I'll keep this Blood Moon in hand because I might draw an Enchantress, and then I want to go with it. Alright, just what's that mana base? Alright, as we've learned, you have to play all your basics, all your lands, because you might just draw like Enchantress into something else. Ignoble Arc. Okay, I take 1. I mean, they don't do anything. It's not that I do much either, though. I don't do much either. Cards like Field of Ruin are the reason why you have to put enchantments on your basics and not on your non-basic. Alright, there it is. So I'll go Forest, Plains, Sithis, Harvest, and then I can go Blood Moon. Draw a card. Gain a life. Nice, Destiny Spinner. I'll play the Destiny Spinner. Draw a card. Gain a life. And then I play my land and pass. And now, if opponent doesn't have a removal spell, Destiny Spinner easily takes the game over. Nice. They just drew so many mana. So much mana. Crazy. Alright, I got 13. But now we have this powerful engine to beat down. How does it work, chat? If I Activate this again. Nothing happens, right? No, it doesn't get counter or anything like that. And yeah, so I can only attack with that one. I'll play all my lands. This way, if I draw another land next turn, I can activate double Destiny Spinner land. Assassin's Trophy on my spinner. Yep, that works, unfortunately. Can't do anything about it. That's the last basic. I've drawn all my basics. Yep. I hope they can kill this one, and I can't draw a bunch of enchantments here. Sterling Grove. Okay. And I draw land. And I'm attacking here. And now I'm wondering whether I should have played a land, sorry. And now I'm wondering whether I should crack the Sterling Grove. Ooh, Liliana of the Veil. Ooh, this is annoying. They will get rid of my Sithis now. Because I could Sterling Grove for like an Enchantress presence. That's not bad. Yeah, I think I'm doing that actually. Or maybe Destiny Spinner. I didn't consider that. What should I go get? I put it on top of my deck, remember. Is it just an Enchantress? Like, it could be Destiny Spinner, and then I'm attacking, but if they just draw a removal spell... Nah, I think it's... How much mana do I have? I do that, and then I have 4. And I can't activate double. I can't activate double. I can't activate double creature. I win the game, I think, with Destiny Spinner, actually. Let me check how much mana do I have again. I tap 2 for a Destiny Spinner, I play this land, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't activate double land, because you need 10. 4, activate, 4, activate. Let me repeat the count. 2 mana for a spinner. And then we tap 1, 2, 3, 4, activate a land. Yeah, I can't activate double. Hello, Skyena. I could attack, and then they need to tap like a removal spell or they lose. I think I'm gonna go with Enchantress Presence, though. This sounds safer. And I'm playing this land, Liliana of the Veil. This is like immune to like a single removal spell, like Cephas. You can of course like Assassin's Trophy it. Wow, Grace, what does this do again? Sacrifice a creature. When you do this, target creature or planeswalker. Okay, so they can't kill my things. You can just make insects. Yep. And now I don't have to break. I have to draw enchantments. Alright, that qualifies. And now, I mean, I can storm off here. If I draw enough cards in a row. Never mind. I was happy for a second. I figured Destiny Spinner would have just died and didn't do anything and I would have lost. So I'm happy that I got Enchantress Presence. Alright, I cast a 4/5 Tarmogoyf. And what else did I do? I don't know. They milled. Alright, they attack me for 3. I go to 5. I have to draw good here if I wanna win. I have to draw lots of enchantments in a row. Come on, enchantments. Sure, pretty terrible, but whatever. I guess I'm just cantripping. I guess, yeah, I'll play this land. I'll play this land, right? Point is gonna make me discard with Liliana, so might as well play it. Since, yeah, I can't really sustain the confinement anyway. What does the Emblem of Grace does? Each opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures in your graveyard. They have 0, thankfully. Oh yeah, this is a way to get around your confinement. Now that I have it, confinement is dying at my upkeep, but at least I'm not dying. So that was better than, like, any random enchantments into land. Like, if we had to break, come on. How many lands have drawn so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I only have 7 lands and 35 cards in my deck. That's very little. What did you do? Just use Grist. Oh, I'm not sure what happened there, but anyway. They pass. Confinement dies. Come on, enchantments, please. On thin ice. Okay. Yeah. Let's play. Draw a card. We can't stop. Ah, we stopped. I said we can't stop and we stopped. Actually, I'm not dead. I'm not dead here, right? I'm alive. I am alive. They can only attack me for 3. Alright. I stopped drawing lands. Come on, I have like literally 6 lands left in 33 cards. Die. Destroy enchantments. Karth the Lion. Alright, what's this now? Whenever enters the battlefield, Planeswalker control dies. Let's set top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal Planeswalker over among them. Planeswalker will be active. Alright. Sure. Karth the Lion, ladies and gentlemen. Liliana -2 here. So they just milled and didn't get anything back. Cool. And then you make me discard. Liliana's on 6. This is my last turn. For multiple reasons. One, because I'm just dying of combat. Second, because I'm putting Liliana on 6. No, Liliana can't take Planeswalker. Alright, come on! Again, we just literally 27 enchantments in our deck. Alright. Alright, brace yourself. We're going off here. Actually, are we? Enchantment, please? Nice. We're going off. Or at least I am going off. Draw 2. No, die! That's unreal! Vaffanculo. I lost. Come on, it's literally all my lands. That's like 3 lands in 29 cards. No. Alright, Veil of Summer comes in. I'm gonna take out Blood Moons. The opponent has played so many basics. Right, Leyline. Sigil of the Lost Throne. Sorry, of the Empty Throne. Suppression Field. Yeah, seems cool, but like this stops the Planeswalkers. I don't know if it's good enough though. So I have to cut 2 cards. Solitary Confinement can leave, I think. My opponent can play around it so easily. Maybe I'll keep it 1 just in case. Alright. That's what I have. Alright, on the play. 1 lander, but we have some redraws. I think this is a keep. Calyx? I didn't consider Calyx, no. 4 mana, it's a lot. I haven't casted Kozak yet, no. It's only the Cyber for Mill. I guess you can sideboard it in with this deck since you have a Speaker Weaver. I don't remember its name. Hello, Big Boss. Okay, what do we do? Do I want to unfinish that Ignoble Hierarch? I don't think it's a bad idea. I'm just gonna get another basic forest. And draw a card. Because I need a land here. I need a land to cast my Enchantress Presence next turn. I'm not really accomplishing much with this Abundant Growth, but I guess that's fine. Opponent showed me Field of Ruin, so... Oh wow, that wasn't a very good on thin ice. Land? I think I'm going to cast Sterling Grove first. Although my opponent can get around Sanctum Weaver with Liliana of the Veil. I think it's fine, I'll just cast this. Actually, is it fine? Yeah, it's fine. Opponent will kill it, and we'll move on. Yeah. Tarmogoyf, that's it. 3-4. See what I draw. Utopia Sprawl, that's good. It's very good. Now I can go Utopia Sprawl. Actually, let me do the opposite. Utopia Sprawl, naming whatever, white. And then, do I want to cast on Thin Ice Abundant Growth or Sterling Growth? That's to discard a card. My hand is kind of all good. Yeah, I think I'm going Abundant Growth on Thin Ice here, as I haven't made a land drop yet. I'm not sure. Do I want to make a land drop though? Maybe I'm just discarding a card. Sorry, maybe I'm just discarding the Temple Garden here. How much mana do I have next turn? It's just 3. Honestly, I don't mind discarding a land here to the Liliana. So I can also go Banishing Light on Liliana. I have 3 mana here, although it feels like I have a million things under my lands. It's just 3 lands. What do you play? Karth the Lion? That's the Lion. And they go Grace the Hunger Tide. And they make me discard 2. Wow, look at that. 2 counters on the Liliana. And they keep pinning and just Karth the Lion. Sithis. Okay. Do I want to go Banishing Light on Liliana? Think so. Liliana's annoying right now. Liliana's very annoying right now. My opponent only has Grist, which doesn't really do much. I think as long as they don't, I don't know, draw Fracturing Gust. Okay, they cast the Grist, which goes up very quickly because they have Karth the Lion. But the emblem of Grist is pretty... Oh, wow, Traitor Village. Ooh, Traitor Village. Nice. I'm going to play Sithis. Right? And then I play Abundant Growth. Draw 2 cards. My opponent can kill the Sithis with Grist, but in the meanwhile I've drawn a card. I think I'm happy like that. Draw 2 cards. It's very good. Leyline of Sanctity. And this is my 4th Abundant Growth, by the way. Veil of Summer. Alright, wish I had a land to cast it. I discarded the land to cast it. I could have discarded Sterling Grove. Okay, you sucked that one. Sure. How's Enchantress feeling? It's fine. We aren't doing particularly well, but our games are actually close, and it's fun. What did you draw there? 4 mana? What's it? Not a Karth the Lion? Vraska? Oh, no! No, I can get rid of my Banishing Light, bring back Liliana, but it didn't do it. They simply sacrificed the land. Or whatever they sacrificed to draw a card. It's not mana death. I have plenty of mana in this game. Right, so you kill my Sithis. It's okay. At least my opponent's playing also Brew and had a good time. So, you know, one of us had a good time. Honestly, this match felt close, so it's not like that bad. Alright, draw. Enchantress Presence. I'm still on 3 lands. I guess I can go Sterling Grove to protect my Banishing Light now. And I'll pass. Oh yeah, I forgot to bring it in. Flame Blitz. Oh, I forgot to bring that in. I did. By the way, Vraska has a powerful emblem, in case they didn't know. It says you get an emblem whenever a creature you control does damage to a player, you lose the game. The player loses the game. Yeah, I don't... Does it target? No. Otherwise, it would have been cool with Leyline. Right, see, I got a 5. I can't even go Solitary Confinement, I just have to draw it. Because then they have Vraska to kill it. Alright, it's finally over. Good game. Good game. Yeah, right. Okay, we're 1-3, but we can still do. We can still recover. We can still go 2-3 for the 50 play points. But yeah, this league has been fun, by the way. I like this deck. Whoa, nice. I have a turn 2 Sterling Grove, turn 3 Blood Moon. Before we played turn 2 Blood Moon on the play, and our opponent just had Mono Basics and Birds of Paradise. That wasn't right. You can go. Oh wow, second Blood Moon. Ooh, Affinity. I love Affinity. I guess I love everything, so I shouldn't say I love it, but I do like it. All right, Blood Moon isn't very good. Actually, funnily enough, Blood Moon against Affinity turns every land they have into Great Furnace, so that's even better. Because Great Furnace is bad. Sorry, it's banned. Whereas Visual Bridge comes to play tapped. If there's a Blood Moon, this card is an artifact land that comes into play untapped. So it's really good. Oh wow, Thoughtcast. 1 mana, draw 2. That's broken. Ooh, they don't have a second land? Looks like that. It looks like that. Waste of Teeth. I'm still going for Blood Moon here. Even though they don't have lands. I'll go Plains. Blood Moon. And now, if they draw a top land, it comes into play untapped. But it can't cast Outcast at least. Oh, Springleaf Drum. Alright, this solves them every problem of colors. I was going to stop with my Blood Moon, the Thought Monitor and Thoughtcasts, and Emery. They don't have those. There it is, Thought Monitor. 1 mana, 2 to draw 2 cards. Pretty good. Alright, Great Furnace. Ooh, Mirror Enforcer. Oh, Sojourner's Companion and what? Tormund's Grip main? What's this? Alright. Attacking me for 4. I go to 13. Now, I'm on 13 here. How much damage do you have? 4, 8, 2, 6. Boom, 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 boom. Let me check quickly which enchantment I have in my deck. Other than Solitary Confinement. Maybe I should. I was supposed to play Blood Moon there. I don't know though. What do I do? Yeah. So I have a. No, I don't think I have any out. I don't think I have any out. If I go banish Naya on this 4/4, how much damage do I take? 4, 8, 12, 14. So that's lethal. I don't have any out, right, chat? Let me check the deck again. No. Alright. Whatever. Let's draw a card. Maybe I draw Solitary Confinement. That was my only out. Let's top deck Solitary Confinement and then start a Grove. Puts on top an Enchantress Presence the next turn. Oh, actually, I can't draw that one. Alright, good game, good game, good game, good game, good game. But now, just a Grove and Upkeep, what do I get? What do I get? This one makes me skip my draw step. Alright, bring a Stone of Silence. Cephas. But then what? So bring in this 3. Once again, Blood Moons will go out. Yeah, but I get Confinement. I can't sustain it. Oh, I just don't pay? I have to top deck another one? Is Authority good enough? Honestly, I don't even know why there's an Authority in this deck. Doesn't make much sense to me. I guess it's better than Alex Pinnacle. Alright, let's go with this. I don't think Suppression Field is good. Oh, it's for Through the Breach. Ooh, great suggestion. Alright, I'll go into play. Yep, that's a keep to me. I'm gonna go turn 1, Utopia Sprawl, naming white or green. Yeah, I guess I'm naming green. Because if I break a land, next turn I can cast 2 things. Yeah, I'm naming green. Affinity. I love to play Affinity. Should we play Affinity after this league? I don't know.
I did get the Ragavan, so I kind of want to play some Ragavan deck.
After this league. But alright, let's go. Utopia's Brawl, naming green. A Mossable Bridge. Alright, drawing the land. Really cool. I think I'm just I can either cast Enchantress Presence or I can cast Sanctum Weaver. My opponent doesn't really interact, so I think casting Sanctum Weaver is better. I go Sanctum Weaver, Utopia Sprawl. Then I set up for the next turn greatly. And the next turn I have I don't know, 7 or 8 mana, and I can go Enchantress Presence, Enchantress Presence, Abundant Growth. Come on, opponent. Vamos, vamos! Vamos! Welding Jar. I don't have Stone of Silence right now, but there's 4 Sterling Grove that can tutor up anything you want. Opponent's not here. Chat, are you here? Am I disconnected from the internet? Stop. Whenever the opponent doesn't do anything and your chat doesn't say anything, you always wondered, is it all over? No, it's not. Alright, let me check if my YouTube video is out on Channel 5. Not yet. It will be cool though, whenever it'll be. Last week I played Affinity. You can check the video on Channel Fireball. What was my list though? My list is I was playing Mirror and Force. I was playing 4 Emery. I wasn't playing any Thothcast. Yeah, I like this deck. Man, go down. All right. In the meanwhile, I'll show you some cards from my collection. I did pull up the binders because earlier my opponent played Blood Moon, and you know when Blood Moon was originally printed, chat. Blood Moon was originally printed in the dark. It's kind of dark because my room is dark at the moment. Ooh, Kronos. This Blood Moon is dedicated to you. Look how beautiful is this Blood Moon. Blood Moon. Thank you, Kronos. Welcome for the 11th month. Thank you. Next month, it's the anniversary. You know what's also in the dark, chat? There's a Ball Lightning. 3 mana, 6/1 trample here. Ball Lightning may attack on the turn during which is summoned. Ball Lightning is buried at the end of the turn, during which is summoned. That's Ball Lightning. Remember when Ball Lightning was good? Nope, I don't. Alright, let's show some more cards from the dark. But it's a set that didn't get that much love since it's pretty weak. There's not that many good cards in in the dark. Alright, here's Uncle Eastwind, chat. Uncle Eastwind. That's actually its name. I don't know if you have anyone as an uncle named Eastwind, but that would be cool. It's a 4 mana, 1/3 that says all damage done to Uncle Eastwind by creatures is reduced to 0. Uncle Eastwind. Alright, looks like my opponent returned. Oh, it's someone Uncle Eastwind. I didn't know that. Alright, my opponent has returned, chat. Let's get, what do I want to get you? Planes, right? What was I going to play? Oh, Sanctum Weaver. Yeah. So let's get Planes. Now, I'll go... Actually, let's go Utopia Sprawl on the whatever forest. Name white. And then I'll play Sanctum Weaver past the turn. And now I set up for the next turn. Let us lure and info about Uncle Eastman. Cool. Alright, I played top land. Next turn, how much mana do I have? Oh, so many. Alright, they play Thoughtcast. But there's no Mox Opal, so they don't have mana anymore this turn. Alright. I draw land for turn. Sure. Let's crack it. Last time I cracked Prismatic Vista, my opponent disconnected it. Hopefully they don't disconnect again on my Prismatic Vista. Alright. Let's stop this for 3. I'm playing Enchantress Presence. Let's play Abundant Growth. Actually, it's a mistake. Why did I play Abundant Growth? I'm so stupid. Should have played Enchantress Presence. I don't know. The strategy of my opponent of you know, clicking a button every 3 minutes is working out. No, Tasumis, you don't. I don't. I only get my sponsorship works if you click the link of Huel. That works. So, but yeah, if you're buying the product or enjoying it, I'm happy. All right, let's get green mana. I'll play Enchantress Presence. Draw a card. Sanctum Weaver. 1 mana is better than a card? Is Black Lotus or Ancestral Recall better? Unsure. And then I think I'll finish the thing with a Greater Auramancy, which will protect my enchantments. And now I have 1 mana spare. Ooh, great draw in Abundant Growth. 1 mana, I draw 2 cards. That's it, I finished. Actually, I draw 3 cards. And actually, Ancestral Recall over here. Alright, turn 3, and I have a lot of things in play. I mean, that's what happened when they leave you with Sanctum Weaver around. You take a Triangle? Cool. Alright, you play Cranial Plating. And you smack me. I can go Solitary Confinement next turn, though. We win this game, chat. We win this game. Exclamation mark lose. Sarah Sanctum? Yeah, Sarah Sanctum is good. It's one of the few cards that I don't own. Sarah Sanctum. Right, so let's begin with Cephas. I'll play Sterling Grove. Then I'll get, whatever, white mana. And I'll play Solitary Confinement. Yeah, now we have Mega Shroud. Because we both have Greater Auramancy and Sterling Grove. So, just no, they can only have explosives. Which, don't get me wrong, they could. They could have explosives. I'm just going on thin ice. Like, we might be losing every match, but, you know, winning games like this, it's just, it's satisfying. I mean, I'm satisfied, you know? It's fine. Now, you know, I can't just lose every match. It's okay. But as long as I win at least 1 game every time where I go off like this on turn 4, I think I can get behind it. Alright? I don't really want to show my opponent that I have the Stone of Silence. How do you win? We have Destiny Spinner. Will I draw it? That's the question. Don't deck myself. It's only 3 cards. It's not a big deal. Did I draw Destiny Spinner? Alright, there it is. So I can go Forest. Play Destiny Spinner. Actually, I don't want to play Destiny Spinner. I don't think I want to play Destiny Spinner. I think I'll play Spike Weaver. Play Destiny Spinner next turn. Then attack. I don't really want to play Stone of Silence, although probably I should. No, actually, if I play Stone of Silence, my opponent concedes. I don't want them to concede. I want to enjoy my time more. Life is too short to make your opponent concede like that. I don't know how many cards I have to discard. Alright, looks like it's finished. Okay, cool, go. Yeah, exactly. If we never play Stony Silence, they'll never sideboard an Enchantments 8, right? Oh, look how bad is my hand anyway. After drawing 40 cards, this is what left. Whatever. Okay, yep, that's no spinner. We have 17 cards in our deck. It's plenty. What a boring deck, isn't it? Yeah, you can leave if you find this boring. I'm not holding you. Twitch.tv has open doors, unlike my room, which is closed because I have my wonderful AC that's cooling this room now. So the door is closed and Gato can't enter. Whereas in the past, I was keeping the door open and my cat was coming in all the time, wanting to get food. All right, let's show some more cards, chat. Let's show some more cards. My opponent has decided to take a little break. Be like, what's that? What are those eyes that I saw in that screen? All right, this is a card called Blood of the Martyr. It is a Magic the Gathering card made in 1994. That the picture is actually like a woman with blood coming from her eyes. Yeah, this is an art made by Christopher Rush, also who made the Black Lotus. Christopher Rush, I believe he's dead. This card was made so long ago. It's 1994. How many years was that ago? I don't know. Oh, let's take a look at another card. Alright, this is beautiful too. Yeah, we don't care about the cards here. We care about the pictures. Look at the picture of this card. Festival. This card is like Carnival. 27/0/27. Yeah. Look at this beautiful card. Festival. Ignore the text. It's weak. 1 mana instant. Opponent may not declare an attack step this turn. Play during opponent's upkeep phase. Wow, play during opponent upkeep phase. Is this like the only card that says play only during opponent's upkeep phase? Festival? It must be. How many cards you can only play them in your opponent's upkeep state? I don't know. Alright. Let's continue to show some beautiful pictures of a card. Amnesia. Look at this. There's a man, a bald man, with a hole in his head. Yeah. 6 mana. Look at target player's hand. Target player discard all non-land cards in his or her hand. Very cool. What do we want to show here? So many cool cards. Oh, this is another nice one. Preacher. There's actual Preacher. This is the name of the card. It's a 3 mana summon Preacher. Look at the picture. Just like this guy be like, you have to believe me. What I'm saying is right. What they tell you, it's wrong. It's basically just a Twitch streamer. Alright. MTGO, my opponent came back. They made a play. Opponent is keeping a good pace of 1 play every 5 minutes. Thank you, opponent. Oh, they conceded. Alright. No need to show Stone the Silence. Okay. Fancy. Okay. Yeah, playing against Affinity. I have already sideboarded. This is the last game of this league, the last game of Enchantress. I'm going to change deck afterwards. Nicholas, why do you have to write exclamation mark record every day, every hour? It's fine. That doesn't matter much. You know, it just depends so much every time. Alright, my hand is fine. Let's keep. Yeah, the only win condition is Destiny Spinner. If they go Pithing Needle and Destiny Spinner, I guess I can like Banishing Light. The Pithing Needle. Alright, they go Drum. Ooh, Blinkmoth Nexus, okay. Stony Silence, that's a good draw, I think. What do you guys think? Is it a good draw? Yes, Alberto. Keep going, tell them. Is this a good draw, chat? I think it is. Alright, Stony Silence. The Silence of the Stones. Activate abilities can't be activated. Pretty powerful. And yes, Silver Buff Bridge is in fact a land. Alex Pinnacle, I believe I boarded it out. Alright, a couple of Froggies. Enforcer. They do have this mana. Alright. I'll go Temple Garden and tap. And then I'll play Stony Silence. My opponent will attack me for 8. My opponent attacks me for 8 here. We have to... it's not over. Certainly not over. I think I'm going to play Sanctum Weaver and then on Thin Ice. I thought at this point you have found out that it's bugged since you use it so much. Nicholas. I can also go Death in a Spinner and block these Froggies. That's probably better. Yeah, I have a 2-3. You have some 2-2s. And they only have one colorless mana. See what they do. They can cast a 4-4, right? Yeah, they can. Oh no, it costs 2. A Mirror Enforcer costs 2 here. If they want to use it. I think we have a 2-3 on the horizon. 2-3 on the horizon, chat. Destiny Spinner, look at that. 2 mana 2-3. What were they thinking when they made it? Clearly overpowered. Alright, I'm just doing Enchantress Presence. I remember when I was a child, there was, when I was a child, there's like an elf or something, a 2 mana 2-3 elf, which I don't remember right now. And I was thinking when I was, again, well, wow, that must be broken. Like, that's 2 mana? It's a 2-3, There's like, something like Nisa's Companion. What was it again? Nisa's Chosen. Yeah, that was the name. Nisa's Chosen. I remember that. Because there was a Planeswalker that were picking it up. Wow, Planeswalker were bad back then. Alright, second Stone Silence. Why not? Why not? We will eventually win this game. Don't worry. We have Destiny Spinner. I'll play with the mismatching drums. Cool. I think we got Elvish Warrior. What's Elvish Warrior? It's 2 mana 2-3. Any win cons? Yes, it's in play. Destiny Spinner. 4 mana. My land becomes very large. Was there out there? I don't know, my internet connection. Ooh. Blinkmoth Nexus is getting through. Mirror Forcer. That's large. I'll eventually play this Solitary Confinement. To Galblast. You can't play Galvanic Blast. You don't have mana. Do this like Emerald for this deck. Yes. You don't have to think about these cards only in their best case scenario. Playing Invasive Win Condition is the worst thing you can do to a deck that's already fragile like this. I think I'm gonna stop responding. It's the 3rd time that I say that Destiny Spinner is my win condition. Maybe you just guys just tune in or. Now, no. Let's start with cities. Sterling Grove. What else? Utopia's for all. Well, I'll play this confinement. Maybe I just concede if I show this. Right, is it time to activate a land here? Nah. Keep on doing stuff. You want Gas Blessing? Sure. Gas Blessing looks good. I'll play Sterling Grove. And I think I'll finally just activate a land and attack with it. Alright. And attack with a 14/14. The lands are the win condition. Like Scape Shift. The thing is that maybe you can Starboard and Kozilek against control decks too with this deck. Again, people used to play Ember, so Kozilek it's even cheaper. The land fight for us. Is the one Greater Auramancy in this deck important? I don't know, I just had deck this list. Greater Auramancy on Magic Online, it's 1 ticks. So I just bought it. If you have to play paper, I'm sure you can cut it. Pantegana! Thank you, Pantegana, for the 14th month. Yes. Just because you asked and you subbed, I'll get through the D&D spoilers in 1 minute. As soon as my opponent concedes, I will, or take lethal damage, I will talk about the thing. Alright. I'll discard a card. Alright, that's a good game. We got 2-3. Great record. List was overall good. I wouldn't play Wheel of Sun and Moon and just play another rest.